What's going on, Gators? It's Mr. Mutaganda, and this is
Mr. G.
And we're back at it with the new Mad Science Fun Friday. And guess what? Today we're going to be focusing on heat transfer, specifically convection. All right, Mr. G. Go ahead and tell our Gator family what exactly we're going to be doing today.
All right, so for today's experiment, you're going to need a glass container or a glass tray like this so you can see what's going on inside the container. You have to fill it with water. You also need two things that are non-flammable that can prop up the container. All right, I have two glass candle jars. And then you also need somewhere to get a flame. This is a lighter. And then you need two different color food colorings, all right? Now, we have red food coloring right here, and we have blue food coloring. Mr. M, how does that blue food coloring feel?
It feels super cold because it's been in the freezer for a while, actually.
All right, good. This one is room temperature. So, Mr. M, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take both food colorings and we're gonna just drop them into the water, right? From up top. For the red one, I'm gonna put a flame underneath it. And for the blue one, we're gonna have no flame.
Yeah, and it's gonna be cold because it's been in the freezer for a while.
All right, so let's see the difference of what happens when we put them into the water under different temperatures. All right, Mr. M, ready? One,
set,
2, 3. All right, so I saw the red stuff initially was sinking. All right, now what do you see, Mr. M? What is happening with the red food coloring?
Mr. G, I noticed the red food coloring is rising. The more that it's under the flame, the more that it's rising, and my food coloring is sinking.
Interesting. Mr. M, why do you think that is?
Well, we already, through observing what's happening to the food coloring, we can think about density. So what I'm thinking is the red food coloring is going to be less dense than the water, which is why it's rising. And the blue food coloring is going to be more dense than the water, which is why it's going to be sinking. But do you know why one is more dense than the other, Mr. G?
I think it's because the molecules are moving faster in the warm stuff, which makes them spread apart further, and that makes it less dense.
All right, Gators. So that's your demo today on convection. All right, I'm Mr. Mutaganda.
And this is Mr. G. Hey, be careful. Do not do this at home without parental supervision because the flame is dangerous.
All right, Gators, and guess what? What other way to end Mad Science Friday?
No.
All right.